What's up, guys? Quick update video for some of my favorite LG devices here. I get a lot of questions about these phones, and I can't make LG videos as much as I used to because you guys know LG went out of business. But I do try to keep up with these phones for you guys because I know even in other countries these are excellent deals because they're just so cheap right now. So I get a ton of questions still about them. I mean, even in USA here, they're still they're dirt cheap here as well too. So I do want to go ahead and give you guys a price update on these phones. A lot of these phones surprisingly are coming down to 150 bucks. We got the V60, the G8X, the V50, the Velvet, and then the G8 here. And you can see G8, 150 bucks. G8X is still hovering around. Yeah, you can still get a G8X for, it's kind of, because it has a dual screen case, I guess it's like still a little bit more expensive, but I believe these are cheaper on eBay. So I would go on eBay for a G8X. And then we've got the Velvet just came down in price. It was ridiculous because I paid like $2 something for this phone. It's $151 now. That's just crazy. Let's see, the V60, it's probably still, I would probably go, yeah, I would go, you can get, oh yeah, well, for the Verizon versions 241, but I would just go probably, if you don't want the Verizon or, you know, let me see here. Yeah, it seems like the Verizon one. You can get an unlocked one on eBay with pretty good condition for 250 bucks on eBay as well. So I'll just go ahead and show you guys that. If you want the dual screen case, guys, also go on eBay as well. They sell them for around, oh, it came down in price a little bit, 240. Oh, 200 bucks for the Verizon version. Yeah, so eBay probably has the best deals for the V60 as well. It just depends on who you trust more, Amazon or eBay. The V50 is super cheap as well too. It's dirt cheap. Honestly, the V50, 175, 119 for the V50 Verizon version, which I wish I would have got because I got stuck with the Sprint version, so I didn't get the Android 12 update, unfortunately. All right, but you guys can see the prices are just ridiculous on here. So even if you want to use these phones for a main phone or secondary phone, I believe I have gaming tests on all of these phones actually. So if you want to go ahead and see that, you just go to Matthews Tech on YouTube. Just type in Matthews Tech and then type in which phone you want to see. All right, so if I was you guys, my favorite phones right now, you know, just to buy LG phones are the phones that's getting the Android 13 update, which would be the LG Velvet and the LG V60. The LG V60 actually just got a security patch as well too. So now I'm extremely confident that we are going to get the Android 13 update, which is really awesome. The rest of these phones, were scheduled to get Android 12, but that was pretty much it. They were never promised, I believe, to get Android 13. Or, you know, they're just not getting the updates frequently like the V60 and the Velvet. So definitely, if you're planning on using these phones long term, I would go with a V60 or a Velvet. You know, honestly, you could just blind pick a G8X or V50. So I just want to go briefly over these phones here and just let you guys know the minor differences. First off, if you really just want a phone, the V60 is the best phone to go, hands down. Here, it's got the best camera, best specs. It can play games at the highest settings with the Snapdragon 865. It's got the headphone jack. I use this as a audio phone, you know, mainly now, and you can also use it as a power brick as well too. It does a really great job depending on what I'm doing for the day. You can just bring it to charge other phones. That's great on standby time as well too. Cameras are awesome on here. Performance is awesome. Screen is great. It's got the dual screen case capability as well. It's definitely a big phone, and it's the same thing for the Velvet. So my only issue with the Velvet is that if you are a gamer, this has the weakest chip actually here. But it can play games fine, but it definitely does not have the strongest chip. It's kind of got like an upper mid-range chip. I really love the design on here. My mom actually uses this phone. Let me give it a wipe down. The design on here is just one of my favorite phones. It's super light and thin. It's almost the opposite of the V60, and I just really love the design on here. You guys can see that. Just very pretty design, camera module design. Well, obviously this was an excellent, well-built phone here. This has a headphone jack, but it doesn't have the quad DAC. It's got a really beautiful tall screen on here as well too. Yeah, it's just a great phone, takes great pictures. And like I said, I just really like it for the design. The V50 is also a great catch at 150 bucks. Some of them Verizon version going for like 120 bucks. V50 1440p display on here. It's got the quad DAC. It's got excellent cameras. It does great with gaming. Check out the gaming test. You can play games at high settings. It's basically the same thing as the G8X. I wanted to answer a question because I get this a lot. What is the difference between the G8X and the G8? And it's very minor differences here. So you can see they both kind of look the same. Both dual screen, not dual screen case. That's one of the differences. So the G8X is dual screen case and the G8 is not. The G8 has a 1440p display, so it has a higher resolution display, and the G8X has a 1080p panel. It still looks good, but it's not as sharp as the G8 for sure. I can tell you that right off the bat. So yeah, it really comes down to like, do you want the high res display or do you want the dual screen display? And also you have I don't know if you guys can see that, but you have a better or smaller notch on the G8X as well too, which you might really appreciate. But yeah, they both are essentially the same. They both have the quad DAC. They both have the Snapdragon 855 SD card support. They basically are the same phone, just slightly different. They both take the same pictures essentially. You have slightly different camera specs, but essentially it's the same. As far as like taking photos, they kind of take the same photos, right? The V50 is a great option as well too. Very cheap, great display, quad DAC, takes great photos as well. Yeah, so I don't have any issues with these phones, guys. They do such a great job. But like I said, me personally, if you really want an LG phone, go with the V60. You can use this phone for, after the Android 13 update, maybe, LG will give it security patches still. We don't know yet. But, yeah, that's what I would do. I would go with the V60. I would go with a Velvet just for that, OS upgrade. Make sure, if you can, make sure they're unlocked, right? Just so you don't have any issues, because you guys remember when updates are pushed, they get pushed to the carrier first, and if it's a locked phone, you get pushed to the carrier and then the carrier pushes it to the phone. But if you get it unlocked, it gets pushed straight to the phone. But let me know, what do you guys think? Are you guys planning on getting rid of your LG phones? Are you moving on Samsung, OnePlus, Apple? What are you guys thinking about? Be sure to let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.